Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is about how to make Ofe Nsala with corn starch. Ofe Nsala is a soup from the eastern part of Nigeria. Ofe Nsala is really easy to make, it does not require oil, just your fish and your meat and the soup is ready. You can thicken your Ofe Nsala with yam, cocoyam, potato, but right now I don't have yam. I prefer using yam than potato, but I don't have yam right now, so I decided to make the soup with corn starch. Let me show you how we do that. So let me introduce you to all the ingredients I'll be using, or we will be using, to make this soup. So I already washed my catfish, and I already sliced my onions and one scotch bonnet. I'll also be adding shrimp, half cup of crayfish. I'll be using catfish and goat meat to make the soup, and also I'll be using chicken flavor bouillon, some salt, and the pepper soup spices, which is very important. I have the blended oda, Uziza seed, and ehuru. So I'll be using corn starch to thicken the soup, guys. Let's do this together. So the first thing we're going to do is to pre-cook the goat's meat. Sometimes, or most times, goat meat take time to cook, and I like cooking my goat meat to be very soft. So I pour the goat meat inside the pot, and I add the chopped onions and the yellow scotch bonnets, and 1 teaspoon of salt, and also 1 teaspoon of chicken bouillon flavor, and I cover the pot to cook for 10 to 15 minutes. So I do not add water, but after 15 minutes I added a little water to cook for another 15 minutes. So just cover the pot to cook for 15 minutes. After that, I add some water to cook for another 15 minutes before I add the catfish. So this is total of 30 minutes. So after 30 minutes, the goat meat is halfway cooked. Now I'm adding the catfish. For both of them to cook together, I want all the spices in the meat to also go inside the fish as well. So add the catfish inside the pot, and cover the pot to cook for at least 30 minutes. By then the goat meat will be ready. So guys, cover the pot and allow it to cook for 30 minutes. So we want the fish to be ready, and also to cook very well. So now I'm adding the blended red chili pepper and crayfish. So I'm adding also the pepper soup spices. Like I said before, here I have grinded ehuru, oda, and also Uziza seed. These 3 ingredients is also important whenever you are making Ofe Nsala white soup. So we have to be very careful with the fish. We don't want the fish to scatter inside the pot. Even if it happens, that's okay, but we're going to pet the fish. So after 10 minutes, I decided to add mushroom. I didn't show you guys mushroom earlier, but I have mushroom set aside, and also I'm adding some shrimp. My kids, they love mushroom and shrimp, so any soup I'm making, I'm adding mushroom and shrimp, but it's optional. If you do not want to add it, that's okay, you can skip this. Cover the pot to cook for another 10 minutes. So guys, after 10 minutes the soup is almost ready. So I add 4 tablespoons of cornstarch and mix it with little water. So that is it, just mix it with water, and I pour it inside the soup as a thickener. If you have yam, you will also use yam, but now I'm using cornstarch to thicken this soup, guys. The taste is still the same, so make sure that you test your soup before you add more salt. So you have to test your soup. You know, you don't want to add too much salt to this delicious nsala soup. So after 10 minutes of adding the cornstarch, I'll be adding my sliced spinach. If you have Uziza leaf, now is the time for you to add the leaf, but I don't have Uziza leaf. So guys, I'm using spinach as a green vegetable for this soup. Just after 2 minutes I added the spinach. As you can see, the soup is thickening the more, so you have to be careful the amount of cornstarch that you are adding, and all of these things depends on the amount of soup that you are making. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for stopping by. I want to hear your comments, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.